Okay, we are live and kicking. A very good evening to you, wherever you are tuned in to this broadcast. If it's morning, if it's afternoon, not to worry, but all join. This is Foscolo TV. Very good evening. Is it good afternoon, good morning, whatever it is?
Good, all of them.
Good, all of them. Ufuoma is my name. And of course, we are live on the Niger Gooner pod. It's test transmission. We're still on test transmission. Wait, let me just go to Twitter and tell everybody that we are live now, just in case people do not know that we are live. We are live. Okay, tweeted that. You're still struggling. You're still struggling with that one.
I'm trying to cast that thing on, but my wireless, my share with screen is just acting up. I've gotten this you said.
Oh yeah, leave her now. If you know green work, leave her.
Yeah.
Leave Okay, people. It is like I did say, this is for Skolo TV. And on Foscolo TV, we have 3 different podcasts. One of them is what we're looking at today. It's called the Niger Gooner Pod. It is for everything Arsenal. I mean, everything Arsenal. Ufuoma is my name, your host, and I've got my brother in crime. I've got my brother in crime,
like
Benjamin Sawandinho, MVP. I thought he was going to write Sawandinho today, but he decided to go MVP. Anyway,
what I use on all of my Zoom and the rest of them. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's fine. But of course, Sawandinho is a fantastic football commentator. It's the voice you hear on Super Sports, Pidgin commentary. That voice. Oh,
we invent new one for AFCON.
Okay, that would be cool. And of course, he is also a fantastic football analyst. And of course, more importantly, he is an Arsenal fan. So, welcome to the show this evening.
Anything Arsenal, just call me and I'm there. And anything that has to do with Foscolo, of course. Yeah, my father in the Lord. So it's good to be here, man.
Okay, I'm still trying to ensure that I post, I put out the links to everywhere so that, of course,
everyone can join.
Yeah, everyone can join. Because of course, it's really a busy day. It's a Friday. People are obviously going to work, or rather going home from work. But so the big one. It is the big one. All right. Let's see. We do have other guests who has joined us live right now. Sabigyal, she's a hater. She is a hater, and unfortunately, she supports the rival.
I don't know who does that. I don't know.
Exactly. Who in Nigeria supports Tottenham?
Spurs. Like how?
Why on earth would you be supporting Tottenham?
Like Spurs, really?
Like of all clubs to support, Spurs.
Why is it two Arsenal fans against me? Why?
It's supposed to be 5, Steph.
Why? I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl, please.
You're just a girl.
Where do you stay? I need to come and give you an Arsenal jersey.
Why? See, I have a lot of Arsenal men in my life. Please, I don't need more. Thank you.
Those men should hide their faces in shame. How can you have Arsenal men in your life and you are supporting Spurs? It's not possible. It's not.
They say I have a love-hate relationship with Arsenal. Maybe, but it is what it is.
Don't worry.
I love sports. I can't change that.
You
Even
don't
if
love
I
Spurs.
try,
Let me tell you
I
how you
do
started
love them.
supporting Spurs. Let me tell you how you started supporting
Uh,
Spurs.
tell me,
The
tell
the
me.
guy the guy you were dating at the time was an Arsenal fan. So
Hmm.
one day both of you had a
Okay.
quarrel, and then you asked the question, which
Yeah.
team is Arsenal's worst enemy? Or the team that Arsenal fans hate the most? And they told you it's Spurs. You now went to support Spurs so that you use it against the guy. That's how you started supporting Spurs.
I
It's not
wish,
that you
I wish, I wish that was true, but
mm,
it's not. I'm sorry to bust your bubble. Far from it.
mm,
Um, I didn't even watch football like 10 years ago. I had no business with football. I always knew about Arsenal, Manchester United, but I didn't watch it because they're like, oh, it gives high blood pressure. It's so emotionally demanding. So, and usually women don't watch football. So,
mm,
but one day I stumbled into a media class because I studied mass communication, and the teacher was like, "Oh, you have a radio voice." I was like, "Okay, I've always known that. You should you should learn how to. You should watch football. You will be good with sports presenting." I say, "Me, I don't watch football. Oh. I don't. I'm not even sure I like football." I'm like, "You will do great at it." I say, "Okay." So I just started watching from one game to the next, and I was like, "What are they even doing on this pitch? How many men running after one ball? Why?" It was fascinating, I would not lie. Then I asked somebody, so how do you understand the game? How do you guys even enjoy this? They say you have to love it to enjoy it. I say, hey, okay, I'm a lover girl, so I don't have a problem with falling in love. So I decided to watch. One day I was in the studio, happenstancely, if that is even the word, and I saw a team. I saw a team wearing white, and I saw a Korean guy, I mean, Yumin's son, and I saw how well he paired with Hurricane. I was like, who are these two guys? They play like they are married to each other, like they're in love with each other, and that's
mm.
just how the love came for sports. Because people used to say you support Tottenham Hotspur. How did that happen? You did not see Chelsea, Arsenal, Manchester United.
It's
I
a
was like,
misguided.
okay, if everybody supports the big four, who will now support the struggling club, like you people say? So I didn't know that at the point. I didn't know that they were rivals to Arsenal. I don't have, but I began to wonder. They say, "Oh, okay, we're not London team," and I began to learn about them, and I really love them, and I love how crazy the rivalry is. It's sweet, to say the least.
Okay.
So,
Thank you for your sports story.
forgive me if you don't like me that much because I'm a sports fan. I will always be one.
I
I
just
can't
fell in
help
love
it.
with you because I know I will convert you.
See, I wish
Mm.
you could do that because there have been other people before you and they couldn't.
Don't worry.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry.
Your
Don't
love
worry.
no reach.
I'm not other people. Don't worry. Don't worry. You live in Port Harcourt, Abi?
Yes, I
Uh,
do.
exactly. Which part of Port Harcourt? Uh,
Uh-uh. Room
it's
aluminum.
just Room Olumeni. Look at now. Room Olumeni no be near
Eh,
UST side. Uh,
you
uh,
don't even know.
Room Olumeni no be. You have Room Olumeni no be
Yes,
Near Ada George side.
something like that. Something like that.
Uh-huh. You dey tell me
Mm.
they tell Port Harcourt boy where Room Olumeni dey.
You know, be, you know,
Okay.
be protect.
All right. All right. Before you people turn this thing to boyfriend and girlfriend, Potakot or no Potakot, um, uh, Gwen has just, or Sabi girl. It's
Yeah.
confusing me which one to call you now, Gwen or Sabi
Sabi girl,
girl.
please. Sabi girl, please. Thank
Okay.
you.
Sabi
Mm.
girl is a Tottenham Hotspurs fan.
And yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she has just given us the story of how she fell in love with
With
this
Tottenham.
Spursy team that wear white, and
Yeah.
how
Mm.
how, to a large extent, she started supporting Tottenham. Even at the
Yeah.
time, she did not even have an idea that they were rivals of Arsenal. MVP, Sawandinho,
Yeah.
how did
Yeah.
you become a Gooner? How did you become a Gooner?
Okay. So growing up, right, I didn't have a team. The team I supported was Iwan National for obvious reasons,
Mm.
because my dad used to.
How come both of us have that same trajectory?
I knew you before you were born, so so as a child, like, well, my dad played football, amateur football, so well, and then they used to call him Austin Popo, so he used to take me to Were like almost every other weekend, almost every other weekend. My dad was a transporter, he had buses on the road and stuff, so almost every other weekend we were going to Were to watch Iwan National as a kid, yeah.
Mm.
So when we started having cable TV. These ones we have now. That dish will be saying it is very, very big. Satellite.
Mhm.
So they used to have it in just few places. So I used to go out to watch football. And then I was reading a lot. I read a lot of football things. My dad was buying a lot of football magazines, football newspapers. So my duty was to be reading about Nigerian players, where they were playing, and reporting to my dad what
Mm.
this player did, what this player did. So at the time, I was reading on all of the leagues. I was giving my dad report on Efan Ikoku, who was playing for Wimbledon at the time. You get? So that was my first knowledge of English football. There were no many Nigerian footballers in England at the time. So the teams I started supporting earlier was Inter Milan, obvious reasons. I was following teams like Besiktas, Fenerbahce for obvious reasons. You know, you had teams scattered around. So the moment I was following English football, but I didn't have any team I was supporting there. As a matter of fact, let me bust up. The first team I like.
Sorry, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
There's a feedback, right?
Yeah, there's a bit of a feedback. I don't know where that is coming from. It's like it's Abu.
But
Abu
the moment you join,
Abu don't
everything's
Abu don't carry Wahala come.
the moment you join, everywhere else.
Abu don't come spoil everything. Abu, can you put everything? Can you put your phone on landscape?
Can you put your phone on landscape?
It depends on phone what they use now.
Every phone get landscape.
Ogbeni, every
Oga,
phone get landscape.
Ogbeni, every phone get landscape.
You never see set. How did it set that thing now? You can just touch.
You
and
never
this
see
thing.
set. How did it set that thing now? You can just touch and this thing.
Just go to your settings and put
Just
it
go
on
to your
auto
settings.
put it on auto rotate.
And put it on auto rotate.
no worry, I dey come.
Okay.
No worry, I dey come. Okay.
All right. So Sawandinho, you were giving us that gist about.
All right. So Sawandinho, you were giving us that gist about
why am
This
I
part is
getting?
bad.
why am I getting bad? Yeah. Well,
Who's
who's
is somebody?
Okay, you know what?
Is somebody
I could
lying?
try
somebody
mute, and
somebody
somebody
try
else.
mute and somebody else.
Hello.
Hello.
So it's obviously not Abu.
So it's obviously not Abu.
Okay, so what's going on?
Okay. So what's going on?
Don't worry, I will sort it
Don't
out.
worry, I will sort it.
Just go on.
Just go on.
All right, so
All right.
I
So
was following up on
I was
the,
following up
the
on
Nigerian players to their different
Nigerian
clubs.
players to their different
To bust
clubs.
your bubble, the first
First
team
of
I
all,
fell
the
in love
first
with
team I
when I was
fell in love
following
with
English
when I was
football
doing English football
was Liverpool.
was Liverpool.
That was the first team I
That
fell
was
in
the
love with.
first team I fell in love with.
Liverpool. But the
Liverpool.
moment
But the
Kanwan
moment
was joined
Kanwan
us,
joined us,
joined Arsenal, that was it for me. Do you understand? That was it for me. I think Celestine Babayaro was even in English football. I think that thing don't stop, thank God. Celestine Babayaro was in English football before Kanu Wankwabi. Yes, I think so, because Celestine played with Torran De Fleur and the rest of them. So the moment Kanu joined Arsenal, that was it for me. Still in following up, I started loving the team, loving Arsenal. And here we are till today. So it's been how many years now?
how many years now?
Over 26 years, I guess, as an Arsenal fan. So that is the story, from being a good disciple and following Nigerian players all around, to settling down with the love of my life, Arsenal, and trying to convert a lot of people. My newest convert is Sabigyal. That's how we do it.
I think when I unmute
When
her,
I unmute her,
okay, looks like it looks
okay,
like it was
it looks like it was
looks like it was Abu that was
Abu
giving
that
us
was
that.
giving us that.
Are you guys still getting
Are
it?
you guys still getting it?
I'm getting it now again.
I'm getting it now
For
again.
a while it stopped.
For a while, it's stopped.
Mute somebody first.
Mute somebody first.
I've muted Gwen.
It has stopped.
Gwen, you are the one.
It's a sports problem. It's a sports problem.
Gwen, you are the one.
Sports close to spoil. Sports spoil.
Maybe you go out and come back again. Go out and log in back again. We're really getting a feedback, and that's why. Okay, all right, guys. It is Foscolo TV. Please, if you're live, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, and of course, we've got lots and lots of goodies, lots of football conversations. We're still on test transmission, I have to say. Let me be reiterating that fact. It's still test transmission that I'm doing right now. In a matter of weeks, we are going to launch the podcast, the YouTube channel live in a matter of weeks. And hopefully by then, when we launch live, we will definitely have as many podcasts as possible. One of them is what we have today. It's called Niger Gooner Pod. It is a podcast for everything Arsenal. I am an Arsenal fan. As you can see, my badge, proud Gooner. And of course, everything that has to do with Arsenal, previews, match reactions, reviews. We're also going to be doing live watch-alongs. I'm not sure I'm going to start it this weekend, but in a matter of weeks, when this podcast goes live, we'll be doing match watch-alongs. I'll be watching the Arsenal game live right here with all my crazy reactions of hitting the tables and swearing and saying all the nonsense. I'll most likely be watching with my 7-year-old son, who is an Arsenal fan.
Correct,
And we will be giving you all of that drama right there. And then, of course, we have other podcasts coming your way. We've got the Top 4+1 podcast. Top 4+1 podcast. It's a podcast that has to do with the Premier League, the big guns in the Premier League: Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester United, Chelsea, and Manchester City. Yes, these 5 top clubs in the Premier League, we will have them dissect and discuss everything, and I mean everything that has to do with the Premier League. Silvanus is giving us his thoughts right there on the channel. He says, I can relate with Gwen as a sports fan, but I don't really watch a lot of football these days. Used to support Spurs in those days as a default fan. Nice. Silvanus, that's so cool. It's kind of it's not so it's not every time especially in Nigeria and down here in Africa, that you get to see sports fans, Sawandinho. Not every time.
I see it. I'm even shocked that I even like I've seen two people that said I support Spurs. If you tell me that okay, this person is a Wimbledon fan, if this person is a Norwich fan, I would understand. You understand? Because I mean, these are teams, some of the teams that have Nigerian connection back in the day, from those that watch Nigerian football, especially with the Kuku connection back in the day. I know of some people that were Nottingham Forest fans. I mean, the late the Tinubu was a Nottingham Forest fan, right? Those traditional teams of way back in the day, I would understand. But any young person supporting Tottenham Hotspur, it's weird. It's weird. Any young person supporting Tottenham Hotspur is so weird. I don't think it's a good thing. And as those that have seen the light, I think it's our responsibility to shed the light. It's our responsibility to bring them to the light, to the way that leads onto the shining path. So I mean that's what we've been doing, and hopefully we'll add 2 more converts to our list.
Okay, I've got Sabigyal back on the stream. Of course, she is the sports fan that we have here, and joining us, even though he's still trying to. Abu, I think you might have to put it back the other way, because this one no just follow at all. Exactly.
Just like this.
No, just stay like this. Of course, joining us right now is a fantastic Nigerian footballer, but most importantly, an amazing Arsenal fan. That's the good part of it. Abu Azeez, welcome to Foskolo TV and welcome to this test transmission of the Niger Gooner Pod. Welcome.
Yeah. Good evening, and thank you for having me. This is one big pleasure, and I think I am honored to be here. I appreciate everything.
I'm actually honored to have you here.
Yeah, everyone that is here, and for the Foskolo TV, this happened to be the first time you are inviting me, and we'll see as it go now. Whether my belief, my prediction, whether everything go work, we'll see as it go.
I beg you, when next you are introducing Abu as a Nigerian footballer, please let them know that he doesn't play on the grass. Now sand, now he play. He doesn't play on the grass. He doesn't have to play on the grass.
Now you help me play Yimba now.
Best way play Warri Wolves.
That was when they don't have good
play Warri Wolves.
For the pitch those days.
He played 3 SC.
The biggest Warri Wolves set I did.
Then been get Sansan.
If to say you sabi play ball, maybe you dey Port Harcourt. Why you no play for Rivers United? I be Sharks of Port Harcourt.
because at the time I never decided I won't play ball.
You don't even know the leg where they pay you.
I never decided I won't play ball.
Morga, let's go on.
Okay, I would like you guys just before we start, seriously, let's try and retweet the post with the live stream so that we can have more people joining. I'm going to tag you guys now on it.
Okay.
Abu Azeez, Sawandinho. This boy self, I don't understand the kind useless Twitter handle way they use.
Sawandinho one.
Now why are you confused? You don't know whether me play ball or me do comedy.
Sawandinho one.
Now the problem, you don't know whether you go play ball or
Abu,
you go do
you owe me match. Abu, you owe me match. Come match, mo play match. You dey fear. You dey owe me match. Come on, mo play match. You dey fear. Carry those your boys will collect 4 for Sudan hand. Pack all of them come. Make we play match. Make we beat now. It's no good.
You don't know whether you go play ball or you go do pastor or you go do musician or you go do comedian. You never know.
We never start this thing. I don't the kill. Okay. I've tagged you guys on it.
You see what I don't like Arsenal fans. People are always making noise.
Darling, how are you, darling?
Who they talk?
Who be that?
I don't even hear.
Who they darling me?
I know you hear
Who
anybody
they
voice.
darling me, I beg.
Sorry,
I go here.
you on anything? I know you guys noise the day for background. Okay, now Tottenham noise. Okay.
Excuse
Okay.
Hey, Jesus. Say,
All right.
yes,
I've
that
got
part
this.
they talk. It's all right.
I've got
It's all
this
right.
comment from once again Silvanus. Silvanus is saying, "For Skillo, good to see you. Followed you right from your days on in Nigeria Info with Patson and Kalela. So happy to hear from Sawandinho. Thank you for following us everywhere. We've also got Abu Azeez, footballer, Arsenal fan, on the podcast this evening, and I've also got Sabigyal, who unfortunately is a Tottenham Hotspurs fan."
What is
Um,
unfortunate? Excuse you. What's unfortunate about that? I'm a
Very
proud sports fan.
unfortunate.
And
when
there is
when
nothing.
Please
There
add
is
sadly.
nothing
Add
unfortunate.
when you're on the Niger Guna pod, it's unfortunate because you're a sports fan.
Oh,
Eh,
oh, please. Oh, please.
anyway, all right, let's get into the thick of the action. First things first. I had asked Sawandinho and Sabigyal. Abu, let me ask you, how did you become an Arsenal fan?
I think from the days of Thierry Henry, that man actually did a lot for me. And as a footballer, I actually started playing football as a number 7 back in the days. Then from where I grew up from, I was being converted to a number 11 because
I
was
was
I
being
was
converted to
yeah,
a
that
number 11 because
and I could dribble well. So my coach actually converted me to a number 11 in a 3-man attack. And I'm this kind of person that I love to learn from every training session. And from there, I started watching Thierry Henry, what he brought to Arsenal back then. He was the number 9 that could play from the wings. And from there, whenever I go to training and I play from the number 11, I find myself dribbling to my right, bending or shooting. I started scoring goals in training. And that was when I told myself that I could as well play as a number 9 if I want to. But for me to play as a number 9, I would have to learn more from watching Thierry Henry. And, as much as I watched so many other strikers back then, Thierry Henry happened to be someone that fits my style. He's this player that has flair, he has skills, he can shoot, he can dribble, he can pass. And I saw myself as someone that could do all those things. Before I started watching Henry, when I play as a number 7, one of the things that I know I do often was if I play as a number 7, I pace the defender and the next thing I'm shooting. But when I started watching Henry, I saw that it isn't all about pacing and shooting. There are times you need to bend the ball. There are times you need to pass. And there was a particular season, Thierry Henry was topping as highest goal scorer and highest assist. So all these things are what I saw in Thierry Henry that made me love Arsenal, and I want to continue watching Arsenal. As far back as 2008, 2007, I grew up around Sabo Ajangbadi. I would have to trek to Alaba International Market to go and buy Arsenal season review. All the matches that Arsenal has played from last season. Then they put them, whether na piracy, I don't know, they put them inside CD, me I buy to go watch just to learn more from Thierry Henry. So basically, Thierry Henry is the primary reason for me supporting Arsenal today.
Brilliant. I'm trying to recollect and understand where it all began for me. But I guess for me, the day Arsenal lost by 6-1 to Manchester United in 2001, that's the day I officially became an Arsenal fan. I'm someone who likes the underdog story. I don't like it when one team, dominates or wins everything. And if you remember back in the 90s, it was Alex Ferguson who literally was dominating all of the Premier. In fact, at that 2001, United had won the treble in 1999, then won the league again in 2000. And by that 2001, after they beat us 6-1, I think in February, they also went on. In fact, they were like 18 points clear or so in February. United literally won the league in March that season, so to speak. And I said to myself, nah, one team cannot be winning this league all the time now. Let me support somebody else that, possibly would like. And the good thing again, at that same time, we had a Nigerian in the team, the irreplaceable and elegant Kanu Nwankwo. So it was more like that's for me how I became an Arsenal fan. But anyway, let's move away from all of that and talk about the big one this weekend. It's the North London Derby. It doesn't come any bigger than this rivalry in London when Arsenal and Tottenham Hotspur go head to head. Where our Tottenham Hotspur fan is having a bit of technical challenges, but thankfully
That's so they get problem. That's so they go get problem on Sunday.
she's back again. She's back again. But guys,
come on, Sabigyal. Tottenham no get.
How are we feeling? How are we feeling ahead of this game on Sunday? Let me start with you, Sawandinho.
Very, very, very confident. Very confident. It's Spurs. What's the worst that can happen against Spurs? They would be looking forward for it. They'll be looking for a draw, right? And I mean, they can't, right? They can't get a draw. The last time they would tell you that, oh, okay, they got a draw, I think last season or so, but that's like the best like they can think of. They shame fit no catch them. They will point you to preseason, right? They can point you to preseason when they got that dubious 1-0 win.
How was that? Wait, how was that a dubious 1-0 win? Excuse
when
me.
you hacked MLS, you hacked MLS.
It was a friendly game.
They hacked MLS, and you're saying
my problem with you with sport Arsenal fans, you see, honestly, they like accountability. It's always something with two people. It's either the referee has bewitched two people, or one. It's always one thing with two people where you guys don't have your way, or they win match.
all right, let me tell you
If
something.
I mess up, one I mess up. Own up. See, me as a sports fan, wait now. Me as a sports fan, if we mess up at the point, at the clear say, yes, our players no play well, or our coach no make the right selection. But Arsenal fans, it can never be them. Either the ball it was too soft, it was too hard, the grass, the rain fell, the referee decided to do one thing, or that act. One thing with you guys, make on they try on up it on our full chest. We win on a 1-0, we don't win on a 1-0. Leave it at that.
Right.
Let's focus on Sunday's game. Excuse you.
All right.
Excuse you.
All right. Okay. Yesterday was the 15th-year anniversary of the last time Tottenham won at the Emirates. 15 years.
Yes. Guess what they did after they won that match?
Happy birthday.
Remind me, please.
November. No.
Happy.
They go do CD. They did a video. You know that usually clubs do when after the end of the season you do a
Season review.
Season review. What Abu was talking about the other time where we used to go to Alaba and buy it.
Yeah.
Spurs, because they won in the middle of the season.
Yes.
They go do middle of the season.
That season has ended now.
Just because they won.
Coming from you guys, that when you beat a team maybe like Real Madrid or PSG, you celebrate it like you have won Champions League. You're trolling me. Oh, that's sad. That's sad.
Anyway,
that is sad.
Sabigyal, somebody is standing with you. Almost all my friends are Gooners, and they try so hard to convert me like Sawandinho is trying to convert Gwen. I stand with you, Sabigyal.
Thank you, my love. When everybody supports their team, support your team and leave me alone.
It's okay.
Let nobody
Please
try to
forward me that
convert me.
person's handle. All right, so as I was saying, Nothing can change tomorrow. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I have said it before, and I will say it again. The best that would happen tomorrow is if Tottenham bring their A game, then Arsenal will not beat them by more than 8
it's on Sunday. The game is on Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah, I'm
It's Sunday,
confident.
5 p.m.
Sunday
Nigerian
5
time.
p.m. Don't worry.
Yes, Sunday.
If Tottenham bring their A game, then you know that okay, it will just be 3-0 Arsenal win. You understand? That's if they bring their A game. If Tottenham bring their A game,
It depends whether they get a game now.
yes, but then apart from that, let's actually look at the injury problems for Tottenham. Tottenham have been struggling.
Yeah.
You know, they have a lot of injury concerns. You know, Madsen long time. I think Kulusevski long term. You know,
Solanke,
many of them. You know,
Yves
a lot of
Bissouma,
you know.
Colomwani
So yeah.
No, but
Kudus
good
as
news.
well.
But hold on. Yes.
Good
Good news for Tottenham.
Is he not our player?
Kolomwani
not our
trained
player?
today.
Kolomwani trained today. Yeah, he trained.
Calm down.
But he may not be fit to play on Sunday now.
I listened to the press conference of the manager Thomas Frank earlier today.
Okay.
He did mention that Kolomwani is fit. He trained.
Okay.
Kudus is fit. He trained.
Yeah, Kudus. Yeah.
Bergval is fit. He trained. There was somebody else he mentioned that I've forgotten. The fourth person that he mentioned. You know. So the good news for Tottenham do have a long injury list, if we're being honest. But like I said, the good news for them is that they have at least people who have trained. But let's talk about the injury list, Abu, for Arsenal. Arteta was a bit coy today in the press conference. I also watched Arteta's press conference. He was a bit coy. The only thing he gave away at the press conference today was that he mentioned that Gabriel Magalhaes is off for a few weeks and said that they're going to do another test next week, Wednesday, which will now determine how long we would know how long he's out. But when they asked him about the likes of Odegaard, Noni Madueke, Gyökeres, you know, those Martinelli, those players that many of us Arsenal fans think would come back after the international break, his response was he was not giving out anything. He just said, we will have another training tomorrow, Saturday, and then we would have an idea who's going to be back in the team. For me, that's an indirect way of saying they are back, but I'm not going to tell you. You have to wait and see. That's how I read it. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, the truth is, at this stage of someone's life, person know they carry meat, they give crocodile, may help and hold. Now, in your personal secrets with that, and it has been working well for Arsenal since last season, where players when they come back from injury, even though they let the cat out of the bag until match day, you go just say the person there around, which is good for him and his players. Because if he begin to talk him now, say Gyökeres is back, Odegaard is back, they go begin to do them match tactics against those players. So it is good for him. And talking about injuries, make Tottenham as a team, make them not give us any excuse, say them players been getting injury. Our own players have get more injuries. My number 9 never play ball throughout this season, even last season. My number 9. If you don't know, I'm no worry. It is not.
No worry. You go now on Sunday. No worry. You go now on Sunday. No worry.
Now Gabriel Jesus be on number 9.
No worry, nah. You know I'm in
Jesus' name. Is that not a dead player?
Nothing concern you.
Is
that one still a striker?
About injuries.
He's on a side that dead log of wood from
every team in England, they have gotten their own share. Arsenal, they suffer them own. What does it take make Ona get credible options and replacements for them? Ona gets money, why Ona not buy good options for them? So don't use your own excuse as an excuse of on something.
I'm not the Spurs board. I'm not the Spurs board.
So where I am going to is that Arteta has his plan, because before the international break, it was said and announced that most of the players would come back after the international break. And we saw clips of players that has been training. So Arteta doesn't want to let the cat out of the bag, but I am 100% sure that by Sunday, we would see at least 3 or 4 injured players back into the squad. I'm 100% optimistic that no do. Now call it 3. No do. Now, see, say we
That's
sorry
like,
for
that if them play well. Oh, that if them play well. Like if
that's
them play
A game.
well,
If that's the A game come, now 3.
not
If the
3.
A
Yeah,
game no come, now 6.
exactly.
Okay, so looking at this plan now, Sabi girl, let me ask you, Arteta really did not give out much. The only thing he gave out, is the fact that Gabriel Magalhaes is going to be out for weeks, and like I did say earlier, that there's going to be another test on Gabriel next week Wednesday, and that's when Arsenal will know for certain how long he will be out. For your manager Thomas Frank, he did give out the names of some of his players who are going to be back. Maybe we're not sure if they would start, but at least they are back in training, which is good. I've seen a lot of Spurs fans complain about these injuries. How bad have these injuries affected your team or this season?
I would say it's bad because we don't have what I would call squad depth. Me, like I talked before, I know they lie about my team. We don't get squad depth, and especially we don't have a functional midfield, so to say. So lose having Kudus have a little knock was very problematic for me because he has been like one of the best part of that game. It controls the wings and whatnot, and we don't. I cannot come out and say we have a proper number 9. Richarlison no follow for strikers to me because I don't. Yeah, he has scored about 3 to 4 goals this season, but it's not enough for me. Since we bought Richarlison, either he's injured or something, not just the work. And after losing Harry
Nice.
Kane and Son, then Madison had that injury. It has been tough. We have not won any game at home this season. In fact, this season we are awful at our home ground. But when we go outside, I think we have not lost any away game. So it's dicey for Spurs this season. And with the few good heads that we have having injuries, we have really struggled. Really, really struggled. And sometimes the team selection from the coach too, they cause some kind, lackluster game. So I'm hopeful that I'm glad that these guys are back. But I wish Madison, the injury he sustained wasn't so severe because he's one of our best legs in that wing that Son was playing.
That's why you signed Xavi Simons. You signed Xavi
Xavi
Simons.
Simons has been a
Why are you
chicken.
complaining about a player
I
that
see.
will not
I
be
was
back until March?
happy. I was happy that we had Xavi Simons. You know all the back and forth and how he was supposed to sign for is it Arsenal with Chelsea before we got on
Chelsea
the
was
deal.
Chelsea.
Chelsea before we got on the deal. I was happy. I was like, okay, but he has not really proven himself. Maybe he needs more time, but I can say for a fact that the air ball when it comes to Xavi Simons, he runs like a princess. Like I don't know. They say players from Bundesliga, they do well for Premier League, and I say no. Yes, there are some players that have not really performed, but we have the likes of Haaland and the rest that are where they put in the work week in week out. So I don't know. Maybe it will take a lot longer for him, to acclimatize with the team and with the Premier League. But for now, he's not doing a good job. I know we'll cover him up and say, oh no, he's not bringing what we thought that he would bring to the team.
So Sawandinho, let's talk about Gabriel and how much he will be missed. Is he going to be a big miss? If yes, why?
Yeah. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 1
Sawandinho.
Don't they calculate bet Niger money?
You don't. I swear. Don't they calculate money? You don't even hear question when they ask you.
Don't they confused?
Can they hear me? I don't know what's wrong.
Yes,
with
sir.
this
We
thing.
can hear
We
you.
can
We
hear
can
you.
hear you.
We can
Let me
hear
see the
you.
touch. Can you hear me?
They hear you.
Yes,
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 we
we
can
can
hear
hear you,
you.
Sawandinho.
Hear you.
Okay, I can see that you can hear me, but funny enough, I can't hear myself. Well, what's the question again? I can't even hear what you said. I think I
I
just
was I
have
was
a little
I was
misconnection here.
asking if
Maybe I'll just take it away from
okay, maybe
this and bring
Sawandinho.
it down to okay.
Yeah.
I've muted him. While we're waiting for him to sort out his mic issues. Abu, let me ask you that same question.
Okay. The truth is,
Continue. When I get back online, I'll let you know. When I can hear, I'll let you know.
go collect your podcast money, come back. Gabriel will surely be missed, like 100%. But I think Arsenal has gotten lots of options, credible options, top options in that team. The squad depth this season happened to be something I have not seen at Arsenal for a long time. This happened to be the first time that any player that goes out, the other player that is coming in would give the same amount of performance the first one is given. And I think I have been so happy with the recruitment so far. And the only part that I think Gabriel will be missed is the offensive part. When we get those set piece, our main targets when we have those set piece happen to be Gabriel. And that is one part that I know for sure he would be missed. But one thing about the Arsenal side is we have a plan A, plan B, plan C. If we don't score you through set piece, there are 1 million other ways we can score you. And that is one good thing about the Arsenal side for this season. And with a player like Nkapi and Mosquera in that team, I think they would be able to fill in properly for Gabriel. And let's not forget that someone like Ben White is also a central defender that has been converted to a right back.
Yeah.
And Timber, Urian Timber also plays as a right center back for the Netherlands.
Yeah.
So many times I have seen William Saliba play as a left center back for the French national team. So the Arsenal backline, they are so complete and anybody can play in any position. Calafiori also plays in that position when he plays for the national team. So personally, I think Gabriel will be missed, but not too much. And it would not affect how the Arsenal side has been playing. This season, we have seen Mosquera and Nkapi play center back for us, and they did extremely well. One thing that I just want Arteta to do is don't wait for a particular player to get injured before you play the other one. Every player at Arsenal right now are capable of starting a match, any match, irrespective of the match. Irrespective of a match. So we have that quality in that team, and I believe that we would surely miss Gabriel in terms of our set piece. But defensively, I don't think we would miss Gabriel, and this is the last reason. Arsenal don't defend as an individual. Arsenal defend as a team. That structure is what helps Arsenal. Yes, Gabriel is so good, one of the best in the world right now. But if the shape and the structure of the team is not good enough, Inyaj go open. Might just use them that way. So the structure at Arsenal right now is actually helping every player, and it would continue doing that until that shape is broken.
Sawandinho,
What was the question to me, I beg?
it was the same question, but let me put it this way. So
Okay.
before the Sunderland game, before the international break,
Yeah.
Arsenal's the number of goals that Arsenal had scored in the league, you had the majority of them from set pieces,
Yeah.
corner kicks, free kicks. If you add penalties, I think two penalties,
Yeah.
as opposed to scoring from open play. And if you
Yeah.
critically look at those goals, quite a number of them, as much as it is also true that Gabriel Mejales had only scored one of those goals, he was
Yeah.
central to a lot of those other goals, either scoring the winner against Newcastle at St. James's Park, or
Mhm.
heading the ball down for Gyökeres to score, or
Yeah.
being part of that offensive process, like Abu noted.
Yeah.
And it seemed like every time we had those set pieces, he was the one that either Declan Rice or Odegaard when his feet, or Bukayo Saka. It looked like they were the ones. He was the one that they were trying to find in the 18-yard box, and every
Yeah.
other person was acting like a decoy.
Yeah.
Now he's going to be out for a few weeks. Do you
Yeah.
not think, as much as Abu says defensive, and I agree with him, defensively, I think we are stacked there, we are covered. I'm not sure
Yeah.
we're going to have issues. But
Yeah.
offensively, knowing that over 50% of our goals come from set pieces, and now he that is central to it is not around, could that not be an issue for us in the next few weeks?
I don't think so. Yeah, Gabriel offers that threat up front. I think he's our highest scoring defender over the last 2-3 seasons. And almost all of them, as a matter of fact, have come from set piece. And yes, you're correct. 50% of our goals this season have come from set pieces. I think we've scored 20 in the league, and 10 out of that 20 has been set piece goals. 8 out of those 10 have been from corner kicks. And then I think Gabriel has scored one of those ones. I think that threat, because that's one thing I say about some players that have fear factor. That threat he brings, draws attention to him, and then they let some people, free to get spaces to score. So without him, we may not have that much threat again. But one thing people fail to take note of with Arsenal and the set piece is the quality of the delivery. The quality of the delivery, and
Amazing.
the
Very
people in
amazing.
charge of those delivery are still very much around. Declan Rice and Bukayo Saka.
True.
Once that delivery is coming the way it is coming, with or without Gabriel, anybody can finish. Anybody can finish with or without Gabriel. You understand? So that's the thing. I think we'll still have the threat going forward. Yeah, we know Gabriel has immense presence, in the box. I think he jumps the highest, for those set pieces. And I've also noticed that Arsenal are beginning to, invent some other ways. Funny enough, do you know that Spurs have been copying Arsenal's set piece routine?
Don't let Sabigyal come for you
No,
again.
that is true. And that's the only reason why they are second.
They are second, in terms of set piece goals,
Corner
yes, in
kick
the Premier
goals.
League.
Corner kick goals. Arsenal have scored 8 from the corner kicks this season. Spurs have scored 6.
It's not copying. We also have a good backline. Excuse you. Check it. We have Pedro Paul. We have Mickey Van der Ven. We have Christian Romero. We have
backline.
No,
You get Spence.
wait.
It's not about the backline. Everybody knows that it is Arsenal that does this. Everybody to the back and then run across the goal when they want to deliver. And that's exactly
Okay. So it's only Arsenal that plays that way. Come on, really? Really?
Arsenal.
Really?
Every other person now China. Now this what is supposed to do now? Waiting VDM and Epilog to do. Supposed to do now? Waiting VDM and Epilog to do. Yes. Arsenal now 17 Pro Max. Spurs now 17 Pro Max. What they upgrade?
Really?
So I think we will
Oh,
see.
God.
So I'm happy for what we
We're beginning to get that haul back again.
Yeah, now the Spurs. Mute the Spurs guy. Mute the Spurs guy. So I think we would miss Gabriel, but then Mosquera will slot in beautifully. Saliba can partner with Mosquera. Saliba can partner with Hincapie. Just like Abu said, if push comes to shove, even Ben White can play as a center back. You understand? And come on, it's Spurs. Everybody's supposed to come with their A game. And I'm very, very sure that we would have at least one or two. I saw Odegaard in Italy for the Norway game, even though he didn't go as a playing personnel, but he was there in the Italy-Norway game. He joined in the post-match celebrations and all of that. And it wasn't looking like somebody that was not fit. To be very frank.
I think Charles Wyatt of the Sun newspapers did report yesterday that Odegaard is back to full training.
Exactly, because I saw him. If you watch the Italy-Norway game, during the celebration, Odegaard was not running like somebody that was not fit. You understand? Even though he was not part of the playing personnel, he was wearing his jacket and the rest of them.
Now why Sabigyal network just they go off, they go down. She don't they back. She fear.
So Odegaard might get a few minutes tomorrow and all of that. So
I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid though. I'm not afraid. I cannot dispute the fact that Arsenal are amazing this season. They have been amazing for the past 3 seasons, but you guys don't have a winning mentality. That is why even last season when Manchester City could not win, you slacked and Liverpool took
Where were you?
trophy.
Where were you? Principal Cup, you
We were not in the conversation. Spurs struggled.
Okay,
and won. Yeah, we were. I think yes, we almost escaped relegation. We're not in the conversation. We have not been in the conversation because we are not a consistent team. People like to deflect. See, Arsenal have been in the conversation for 3 straight seasons. I don't see any reason why you are in the conversation. You have been second best, but you are never the bride. You're a bridesmaid, but you have refused to find a man that will put a ring on your finger and make you a wife. So we are not even searching. We are not searching. We are not searching.
Second, 3 straight time. What's the happiness?
That is why I'm saying, if Arsenal doesn't win this season, you guys need to sack Arteta. If all of you need to burn your justice because you don't deserve.
Are you not starting the league with us?
We are starting the league with you people, but we don't have. We don't have the players that you will have. We don't have that.
Why?
I did not call myself a big team.
They go follow Ipswich.
No, we are not even on the level. Ipswich is not on our level. We don't have the quality that you will have. We have not been in the conversation to win the league for how many seasons now? I cannot dispute that fact. I'm saying you have been in the conversation to win the league for 3 to 4 seasons. You have been considered for 3 straight seasons. Why are you not winning the league? You have all it takes. Okay, this season now. I don't know for you guys. People don't have the winning mentality, but let it not be that it's Sabigyal that said that you cannot win league because it's like you people like all these 2 minutes men. 2 minutes men that will drink and go at the end of the day. Under 2 minutes, people he cannot perform. 2 minutes men. So please.
We are already planning a trophy parade in Lagos. So I am willing to pay your flight, return ticket to Lagos and back to join in that open roof bus trophy parade that we plan to do in Lagos. We'll be parading the Champions League and the Premier League trophy, and every other trophy will win this season. And decide now if you want to
win the I want for the sake of my brother. My brother is a staunch Arsenal fan. For the sake of all the Arsenal fans I know, in fact, in my studio, I think I have like 2 Arsenal fans, which I'm close to. I really want you guys to win the league and show that you have what it takes to be champions, because it's been over 20 years and nothing. So I want you guys to win the Premier League. But 21 years and nothing to show for it. There 3 straight seasons of putting your best foot forward. This season, you do not have an excuse. you have a striker, you have all that it takes
Wait,
to
wait
win the
first.
league.
Did you not
So
win the Europa? Did you not win the Europa recently?
we did against a struggling Manchester United.
So
If
how
it
come
was
you are
a
not
fast,
telling me you
if it
don't
was
think
a,
you can win the league?
we cannot win league. We were struggling when
How
we
did
won
you not
Europa
win?
League.
How did
Again,
you not
wait, because we played against a far, would I say, worse Manchester United. You
A
think if
useless
it was
Manchester
any other
United team.
team?
now man you play?
Thank you. Yes, we played Manchester United in the final, and we had a track record of beating them
Europa,
about
you
4 games
were
before
good.
that
That
game.
was why you won.
No, okay, it
Okay,
was like that season. This season, we were struggling at home, but playing a little bit better away. It's still the same thing this season. We're struggling at see where we ended up last season. I think 14th or 15th. We're struggling not to even get relegated. It's the same thing
17th
all over
actually.
again.
17th.
17th. It's the same thing we playing this season. At home we're bad. But when we play outside games, we try to put our best foot forward. So it was not like we were terrible last season. We managed against a Manchester United that we know that we can beat. We have been beating them for like 3-4 straight games. Every time we meet them, we beat them. So that was the issue. It was not like, oh,
you go feel win us now.
we cannot with the
Why?
but it's not. First of all, okay, the game is at Emirates Stadium. We have not won Arsenal in the last 7 meetings.
Wow.
The last, yes, is that bad? Apart from these friendlies that happened in January, that we beat them 1-0, and it was not in the Premier League. We have not won Arsenal. So I will not come here and say, oh, because I'm supporting Spurs. I know my team, and I know the quality we have. And I know that the quality we have is not up to par with that of Arsenal. If I come here and say, oh, Arsenal is going, Spurs is going, I will be sounding like a fan. I'm not a fan, I'm a sports analyst. So I know that Arsenal are in a far better position to beat us. Yes, it may be our first game we will be winning outside, losing outside our stadium, because we haven't lost any game outside our stadium this season. It will be the first game we'll be losing, but it's Arsenal and it's a derby. Maybe we will put up a fight and get a draw, which I doubt. Like I said, the only aspect of our team that is working is our defense. We have Pedro Porro and the rest, but our midfield is not working, and we don't have a proper number 9. So we struggle. We just throw long balls. Yes, we are good with the set pieces and all, but in the generalization of the game, there is no creativity, there's no play. But it's something Arsenal have. I watch Arsenal, despite the fact that we have a rivalry, North London team and what. I watch Arsenal and I see how you guys play like a team. We don't have that. We don't. And sometimes our coach, the changes he's supposed to make, he doesn't make them on time. See the game with Manchester United. Thank God he brought Odobert. At the time he brought it, maybe we would have lost that game to Manchester United. The whole first half of that game were quiet. Manchester United controlled that game. We couldn't even string 2 passes. We couldn't control the ball, nothing. Second half came, then we began to pick up. Then Odobert came and the game ended 2-2. You see how we struggle against an Arsenal team that will press you from beginning to the end. We cannot even afford to play the way we play the match, because we know if we play like that, first half we will collect 3 goals.
Amen.
So I will not call.
Okay, guys. All right. So thank you to all 40 plus. Sabigyal, maybe you need to mute your mic. You're the one who's giving us this echo. Thank you to all 40 plus, actually right now 47 of you who are tuned in live and watching us via YouTube and via Twitter. We're streaming this live on Twitter, on my handle at Foscolo, and of course we're also streaming on YouTube. The YouTube channel is Foscolo TV. Guys, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel Foscolo TV. Like this video also on YouTube, and share if possible. But more importantly, subscribe to the channel. This is the Niger Gooner Pod. It's one of the podcasts you're going to be getting right here on Foscolo TV. And of course, we have other podcasts that will be on this channel. Right now, I'm just doing test transmission. I'm just trying to find out, how good the app
They don't
I'm
take Tottenham
using.
their life. They don't take Tottenham. They don't take life for Tottenham.
Should they go find
What,
real light?
what is it about Tottenham? What? They don't take Tottenham light. Oh,
That's how I beg. Just leave Sabigyal alone. Leave her alone, please.
I beg, don't go outside too much. Don't come out from here. No, go walk out for main road, though. No, go walk out for express. I beg go.
As I was saying,
Sabigyal, now what you throw start go do poro be this, Sabi?
Everywhere go first blow. Everywhere go first blow. Everywhere go blow.
Okay, so as I was saying before, these two big heads started interrupting me. We have the Niger Gooner Pod. It's a podcast like this one that will be all about Arsenal, everything that has to do with Arsenal, previews, reviews, live streaming of matches, analysis. You're going to get everything that has to do with Arsenal on this podcast, Niger Gooner Pod. We also have another podcast that we call Top 4 Plus 1. That's the name of the podcast, Top 4 Plus 1 podcast. In that podcast, you have 5 representatives of the 5 biggest clubs in the Premier League, are supported by, of course, Nigerians and Africans. And who are these clubs? You all know them: Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester United, Arsenal, and Manchester City. Unfortunately, Tottenham is not part of. Unfortunately, Tottenham is not part of it. That podcast is called the Top 4 Top Plus One.
Why is Tottenham not part of it? Are we not part of the big 6? Oh, you made it big top 5. Wow. See segregation. If we're not nice. I will not say anything more than this.
It is Top 4 Plus 1. Top 4 Plus 1. That's the name of the podcast.
That's the name of the
podcast.
So you know you make a top 5 plus 1.
Sorry, Tottenham are not that big. Tottenham are not that big. Sorry.
Top 16, you don't follow. You are 17. Are you forgetting? You're as good as your last position, 17.
I beg, we are 5th in the Premier League table. Go and check if you don't know what you're talking about. Check where we are, please. Don't come and drag me.
Ayabu, go ahead.
I want to talk something. I beg, Sabigyal, I want to make you they listen to what I want to talk. Inside all the other things where I go count, help me tick the ones we go enter. Merino to score. Eze to score. Eze to score.
2.
Tottenham Hotspur, Ongo.
3. Van der Ven.
It will not happen like the last time. Don't worry. It will not happen like the last time.
Tottenham Hotspur, red card.
Nah, lie. It not go happen.
Arsenal, penalty.
It not go happen. Don't worry.
5.
Clean sheet.
I doubt that clean sheet. I doubt it.
6. I don't count for you. On Sunday,
it will not work like this. It will not work like this. Okay. No wahala.
Inside that 6 or 5 no enter. I owe you like 3 bucks. I owe you like 2 for Okabik.
I've muted your mic, Sabigyal. Sorry. Abu, you've got a message. Someone is bigging you up. Akibon Okpeyemi Musa says, "Up Gunners,
Hey,
come
my
on,
guy.
you Gunners." Abu Azeez, respect, brother. And of course, Abu Azeez is saying hello to you too. So the final podcast, of course, we're going to have on this channel for Skolo TV is called Full Time. For all of you who did listen to Nigeria Info, Port Harcourt, and of course, you do remember that crew, the sports gang, Ufuoma, Kalela, Patson. Well, we're going to be making a comeback. We're making a comeback on this podcast. It's called Full Time, where we'll discuss everything football across Europe. Everything football, World Cup, AFCON, Premier League, La Liga, Bundesliga, anything football is going to be on the Full Time podcast. So, Full Time podcast, Top 4+1 podcast, and of course, this one that we have today that we're doing test transmission, Niger Gooner Pod. Those are some of the podcasts that is coming your way on Foscolo TV. So please like the channel, subscribe to the podcast, subscribe to the channel, I should say, Foscolo TV on YouTube, so that you can get as much as possible. Let's get back into our preview. Where do you guys think this game will be won and lost? Let me start with you, Sawandinho.
Maybe in the middle. Sincerely, maybe in the middle. That's where the game will be won and lost. I don't want to dwell so much on the potency of Arsenal's attack. If there is one signing that I think is Arsenal's best signing this season, is the signing of Martin Zubimendi.
Agreed.
You know, Martin Zubimendi is at least, I think, the best acquisition of all the players we've got in this season. And I like the fact that he's now allowing Declan Rice to even reinvent himself. Declan Rice has been fantastic since he joined from, the other side of London. But now he's even, I think every season he reinvents himself. And now playing with Martin Zubimendi, that does the very simple things. Very, very simple things. I think that midfield has now given us, a lot of options, and Eberechi might once again slot into that creative midfield playing position. And because Spurs, I don't think Spurs will want to go the way of Manchester City by playing low block, waiting for Arsenal, frustrating Arsenal and going for the low block. I don't think Spurs will want to do that, because they would want to come out and play, because they feel like they can come out and play. I think those buckets of spaces will be picked out, either by Zubi, Rice, Azeez, and all of that. So I think that midfield will be very instrumental, to the outcome of tomorrow's game. I'm skeptical about our forward line because if Gyökeres is back, I don't see him starting, right? So it would most likely still be Merino leading the attack, so I'm skeptical about that forward line. But the thing is, the midfield will most likely win it for us. And the defense, the fact that we can keep another clean sheet, and David Raya can also put up another masterclass. I don't think David Raya will even be too much in the game, because I think he will be on holiday for the better part of the game, so that's it basically. The midfield for me would do the job.
All right, Sabigyal. I watched Thomas Frank's press conference earlier this afternoon, and he said there's going to be the battle of the set pieces. He did say that because, of course, like Sawandinho mentioned earlier, Arsenal and Tottenham, the two top teams when it comes to set pieces goals in the Premier League. Chelsea is somewhere behind. I think the third team at the point they were second. Excuse me. But your manager says it could be the battle of the set pieces. Do you think that would be the case?
Maybe, but we have a problem with creating these chances and all. So maybe that will work, because we have relied a lot on long balls and throwing. So I believe that will work. Like Sawandinho said, the game will be lost for Spurs at the midfield, because from what we have played so far, the games we have played and have seen Spurs, we lack creativity in the midfield. And as I've said before, Madison is injured, so Kudus, I don't know if he will start the game on Sunday, but he's our best bet at anything creative in the middle of the park. So like he said, it will be the battle of set pieces, because I think that is where we are a little bit better. But Sawandinho saying that, Raya will be sleeping, in fact, on a one brain bed for him, I don't think that would be the case. It's a derby, whether you like it or not. It is supposed to be exciting. So I believe that Spurs will bring an exciting end to the game. Whether we lose the game or we draw the game, we will not go down without a fight. I don't think you guys are going to keep a clean sheet on Sunday. It's not going to, it won't be possible. I don't get why you are undermining Spurs. I don't understand this. Why you're undermining Spurs? Excuse you. Anyway, we have a good defense as well. So it might prove a little bit difficult for you guys to put the ball at the back of the net. But as it is, set pieces are a thing that you are good at. And Vicaro has a tendency sometimes to do too much. I've seen him lose balls that he was not supposed to lose because of, sometimes he just acts out of character. So that would be a problem as well. But all the same, we have the boys to, at the defense line to clear out the ball. So let the battle of the set pieces, you know, let the best man win. That's what I would say.
Sawandinho,
Sawandinho,
how do you think the Arsenal team would set up? What first 11? Name me your first 11 that you would want to see in that game on Sunday. Gwen, I'm coming to you in a bit on that, so just have that at the back of your mind.
Okay. Not much tweaks. Go with Raya, of course. Timber to the right, Calafiori to the left. Saliba, Mosquera, central defense. Zubi, Rice, Eze in midfield. Ibericheze to the right. Yeah, I said Ibericheze. Bukayo Saka to the right. I would have loved to play Trossard up front. I would have loved to play Trossard leading the attack, but
In the number 9 position.
the number 9 position, sincerely, I would have loved to play him there, but then I don't think that would happen. Arteta is in a very serious relationship with Merino, so yeah. I don't like it, but then I see Merino starting up front and Trossard to the left. And this is because I don't know the players that are back, right? I don't know the players that are back. You understand? So if not, I would have loved to play Trossard up front. You understand? And then maybe find someone else to deploy to the left. You understand? So, but that's it basically.
If Odegaard is fit, would you start him?
No, I won't. I won't start him. I won't start him. If he's fit, I won't start him. Of course, we know how these things work. You ease them into the game. He's not played any competitive game since the game where he picked that third injury of the season. He's not playing any competitive game. So even if he was fit, I won't start him. If Gyökeres was fit, depending on the level of fitness, I don't think I will start any of them. All of the guys returning from injury, I don't think I'll start any of them. So I'll just stick with the starting lineup, Merino up front, and Trossard to the left. Even though I don't really want to get used to playing Merino up front. I'd rather play Martinelli up front. I'd rather play Trossard up front. I'd rather play Havertz, Jesus up front than Merino. But it is what it is. So that's it. Merino up front, Trossard to the left, Saka to the right, Eze, in the heart of the midfield. Zubia and Rice behind him, Raya in goal, Timber, Calafiori, Mosquera, and Saliba.
Okay, I think I would. I'll stick with almost the same thing as you've done, but I would play Merino up front. Merino up front, Saka to the right, Trossard to the left, middle of the park, Rice, Zubimendi, and of course Ibericheze. Then of course the back four picks itself for me. I would not tinker with. I've seen a few people say we should have Miles Lewis Kelly come into the mix, even though I think he's one who understands what the derby means, and can get stuck in and all of that. But I would love to continue with Calafiori in that left back position. I think what he does in that left back position goes, under the radar. The man causes chaos, a lot of chaos. You don't know where he is. He's left back 1 minute, he's right back the other minute. He's in the center circle in another minute. He's in the striker's position in another second. That's so much chaos that the opposition finds it difficult to handle. I would love for him to continue that in left back position, and I'll play Mosquera to partner. What's he called?
Saliba.
William Saliba. Gwen, you also have another message. This is from Silva774 on YouTube. Silva says, please, Foscolo, include Gwen in that full-time podcast. Okay, I'll think about it. I'll think about it. We will definitely be having guest appearances on the full-time podcast where we'll be discussing everything football. But this is the Niger Gooner Pod. Gwen has just, I think the internet is a bit shaky where she is. She's just stepped out of the room. But just as we wait for her to get back, Sawandinho, there's a very critical and important thing that it doesn't feel like we've talked about it so much. It is the man who's going to be in the middle of the pack, the referee. Michael Oliver has been appointed to be the referee in this game. The last time Michael Oliver was a referee in an Arsenal game was January 2025 when he refereed the game where Arsenal beat Wolves by a goal to nothing, and he sent off Miles Lewis-Kelly in that particular game. Which was eventually rescinded. That red card was rescinded. And since then, the Premier League, have not given him an Arsenal game. There's a love-hate relationship between Arsenal fans and Michael Oliver. For Chelsea fans, it is Anthony Taylor. And there's this conspiracy theory that Michael Oliver tends to support Manchester City. We're going head to head in the league with Manchester City. What say you about Michael Oliver after 11 months coming back?
It's a useless appointment. It only reinforces the conspiracy theory against Arsenal. I mean, right now it's oh Jesus, Spurs is back. So it's Arsenal and Manchester City. Whether I would like it or not, Michael Oliver is a Manchester City fan. Whether I would like it or not, if he's not a fan, he benefits from Man City, so he would do whatever he would do to benefit Man City, to favor Manchester City. It's a nonsense appointment. I've said it all the time. I've said it for a long time that Premier League referees need to be investigated. They all need to be investigated. A lot of them need to be investigated. Michael Oliver is one of them. I don't like that appointment. You understand? Make it make sense. The Miles Lewis-Kelly red card against Wolverhampton Wanderers last season. Make it make sense. It was high up the other end of the pitch. It was high up. And then you're giving him a straight red for that. That game almost was lost, if not for Calafiori on the day. So I don't like the appointment, but I think he knows he's under serious scrutiny and would want to, maybe if he has any shame or any dignity or integrity left, he will want to do the right thing for the first time in his life. I don't like the appointment, basically. I don't go hide mouth talk him. The man is corrupt. The man is corrupt.
That's a weighty allegation.
It's a very weighty one. I'm saying it. I will beat out my. It doesn't make sense, Baba. Let's say you give me £20,000 to come and do your child's birthday. You understand? Any racket you have, you bring it to me, and then I'm a referee, and you have a football club that is playing, and somebody is contesting with your football club. Baba, we are all human beings. We are all human beings. No matter how professional I want to be at my job, I would have that bias towards you where they show me love. I would have that bias. I cannot go maybe outright and do some crazy things that everybody will know this is crazy. But you see those 50-50, those ones that are debatable, I will do it in your favor.
Just in case you're wondering what Sawandinho is talking about, the UAE last season, did invite Michael Oliver to come referee a game out there, and of course, UAE part owners of Manchester City, and there have been a few decisions. I don't totally agree with the conspiracy theory, but there's been a pattern. Liverpool fans saw a bit of it 2 weeks ago when City played Manchester City, and they felt that the goal from VVD should have counted. Even though maybe to some extent I understand why the flag was raised, but that's a story for another day. The Arsenal versus Man City game, I think it was 2 seasons ago. Kovacic was on a yellow card, and had a high tackle on Odegaard that ideally should have been a second yellow. The man didn't bother to do anything. There was a goal City scored, I think it was 2 seasons ago or last season, almost a bit of a replica of the goal VVD scored 3 weeks ago.
Exactly.
I think it was the Netanyahu. Yes, Netanyahu was standing in front of the goalkeeper, blocking the goalkeeper's view in an offside position. Should have been discounted. Michael Oliver was the referee at the time who did not. So there have been a few of those issues. But let me ask Sabigyal, do you have an issue, Sabigyal, with Michael Oliver as the referee for Sunday's game?
I would not say I have an issue with him per se. I would say I have an issue with the refereeing would I say department in the Premier League, because we have seen
PGMOL.
some, yes, we have seen some wrong calls and a level of inconsistency from them over for some seasons over the years now. So that is my challenge. You cannot give a yellow card for a tackle for maybe Arsenal, then for Liverpool you decide that you would not do anything about it, and that's my issue. The laws are put, yes, referees have the right to make some informed decisions, but there are some that are clear, infringement on the rights, and should be awarded the right, flag or penalty or whatnot. But we see these inconsistencies with different games, and that's my problem. If you do it for A, do it for B, C, D. Don't do it for A, then for B tomorrow, we're singing a different tune. So there should be a level of consistency that if this is done, this should be the punishment for it. If we do that, then no team will, because we saw, last season, 2 seasons ago, clear examples where we saw that the referees were biased to a particular team, and it doesn't really sit well with me. And coming from that, Premier League I would rightly say the biggest league in the world as at now. We should have we should be able to depend on the referees to give unbiased decisions, in my opinion. So that's just my take of the whole issue.
Okay, let me still stay with you. We did look. Uh, we did look at the possible 11, first 11 that we think
Yes.
for Arsenal. Let's see what's your first 11. Who do you think Thomas Frank would go with in this game for Tottenham?
Okay, at the goalkeeping position, and Vicaro, of course. Then, rightly behind him, we have Pedro Porro, Cristiano Romero, Mickey Van der Ven, DJ Spence. He has been called to the I think to the English side, so showing that he has what it takes.
Would you
Then,
play Spence ahead of? Would you play Spence in left back ahead of Udogi?
yeah, I can understand where you're going, but I would play a Spence. Sometimes Spence can make some decisions that an Udogi would not make. So there are two for me. There are two players that do the job so well. So any which of them could interchange, but I would go for a Spence. In some games I would go for a Spence than an Udogi. Then we have in the midfield position Bentancur, I think at the right side with Pep Matassa. I don't know if he's fit. I know he had a little knock. I would hope
He
that
trained today. Pepper Sarr trained today.
okay, so I'm hoping that he will be free. Then up front I will have a Brian Johnson, Xavi Simons, Richarlison, then Odegaard as a lone striker for me, because in our last game against Manchester United, he came in and totally changed the dynamic and the side of.
Odegaard as a striker. You think that works?
Yeah, it works for me. It works for me. I don't know, but if I feel like a false nine, so to say, but it works for me. For me he brings it even more than Richarlison. So we is supposed to be a proper in the word a striker, but I don't know. He's a once game present, 10 games absent kind of guy. So that I feel like the Odegaard works for me. So that would be my starting lineup.
Okay, let's try and wrap it up in a few minutes now. But we are not going
Okay.
to wrap this up without talking about Arsenal's title rivals. Let's start with Manchester City. Sabigyal, I do know that you have a soft spot for Manchester City. You're going to
Yeah,
St.
you know me
James's
so
Park.
well.
I try to know my guests.
Okay, okay.
Um, they are going to St. James's Park to face a very inconsistent Newcastle, who have been
Newcastle.
terrible away from home, but very
Mm.
good, at home. Even though the two games Newcastle have lost at home this season are to the other title rivals, Arsenal and
And
Liverpool.
yeah.
Um, I, I saw Pep Guardiola's press conference this afternoon, and he looked so confident. Like at a point he said, they tried to ask him about the title race and all of that, and he was like, "Hey, it's November. This is when
Uh-huh.
it is now that the title race has started, and let's wait until February, March. Now by February, March, we will know." Who is going to go on to do it and all of that. But I saw someone brimming with confidence. What say thee about tomorrow's game between Newcastle and Manchester City?
I like this new Man City team. They are not as beautiful as the Man City 2 seasons ago, but we have seen a team that strong. I would say like the Phoenix. They went through fire, and they are better as refined as gold, because and we saw Man City struggle last season. With all their struggle, they still made top four. But this season we have seen them be consistent, one game at a time. So I am confident against a Newcastle that had the whole issues with their striker they had to sell. Um, yeah, brought in a new striker. What's that? His Voldemort. His name sounds like Voldemort from Harry
Baltimore, yeah.
Potter. For the Monday, yeah. Um, the team is still, trying to get their footing. So I see a more confident Manchester City win, and we have the likes of Foden that he has picked up from. The likes of oh God, I'm trying to remember this guy's name. A lot of the players are looking a lot better, playing a lot better under Pep Guardiola this season. So
Jeremy Doku,
I
you want
feel.
to
Yes, thank you, Jeremy Doku. I think I heard it when I think he had an interview, and he was like, it was Thierry Henry that gave him some advice on how to be better. And we have seen a lot of improvement in his game this season. So I see a far improved Manchester City, very confident this season. And I would not say no game is a walk in the park in the Premier League, because you can wake up like I'm not sure a lot of Arsenal fans knew that they were going to draw the game against Sunderland. So I cannot say, oh, because Newcastle are struggling, they can wake up tomorrow and you know beat Manchester City. But Manchester City are a far better side for that game to win, because of how confident and the players have all picked up forms, looking better, playing better. Something has rejuvenated in the team. Maybe Pep Guardiola's wife gave him a second chance. Maybe that's why. We have so much power. We have so much power. Maybe the reconciliation was the magic that maybe she's the brains behind. Who knows? We women, we do things in the secret, very subtle, but we have what it takes. So I don't know. Maybe that was the mojo he needed to
Give
be
people
to
that.
rejuvenate the Manchester United team. So, but I know I see a much better Manchester City, and I know that tomorrow's game will be one for them in the books. Maybe a clean sheet, but even if it's not a clean sheet, a game, and they have one of the world best keepers right now with them.
Gigi
So it
Buffon.
will be yeah.
Did I say Gigi Buffon?
Ah,
No, not Gigi Buffon. What's the
not
name of
before,
our
no.
goalkeeper?
Is the Giuliani
Donnarumma.
Donnarumma.
Donnarumma,
Yes.
yes.
So it will be a good game for Manchester City.
Sawandinho, what do you say about the Magpies and the Citizens tomorrow?
I think it's a win for Newcastle United. It's
That's what you want as an Arsenal fan, or
no, that's
that's what you think will happen?
that's not what I want as an Arsenal fan. That's what I want as an Arsenal fan. That's both what I want as an Arsenal fan, and that's what I think would happen tomorrow.
Okay.
Um, I have seen or even commentated on at least 5 Newcastle games this season. Yeah, at least 5, if I'm not mistaken. And in most of the games that they have lost, they have just fallen short. 2 of them, I commentated their game against Liverpool. I commentated their game against Arsenal. They just dropped off. You understand? They are a very solid side.
I was about to ask you which are those games, because I've
Yeah.
seen Newcastle against Bournemouth, and I've seen them against West Ham. There's one other club. They were terrible. They were very, very terrible.
Did you see them against Liverpool, especially in the second half?
Yeah, they did well. That's beginning of season, August. Yes,
did you see them against Arsenal? Did you see the problems they posed against Arsenal?
We were the better team that day.
Yes, of course we were, but they posed problems against us. You know, so I know that with their, even with the injury problem, I think Gordon is back. Yeah. Walter Maid is actually getting into his rhythm, you know, and all of that. They turn up in the big games. They turn up in the big games, right? And it is Manchester City. They would want to turn up. I expect them to win or draw against Manchester City. I don't see Manchester City walking out of the St. James's Park tomorrow with a win, sincerely. And then myself and Carl have always had this philosophy belief. The weeks preceding and the week after, the weekend preceding an international break and the weekend after an international break, 1 or 2 big teams must drop points.
So you think it will be
I think it will be City this week.
Quickly, let's talk about the other title rival, Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool.
Before the international break, not so great performance, very nonchalant performance, so to speak. After they beat Villa and Real Madrid, quite a number of people, myself included, felt okay, they were back, you know, into the reckoning. But it was a poor performance against Manchester City. Albeit, I agree, if VVD's goal was not cancelled, maybe we could have had a different game. There's a possibility we could have had a different game. So what say ye about Liverpool hosting Forest on Saturday? Or is that game Sunday?
You would expect Liverpool to win. But Sean Dyche, just like I made a bet, you know, on one of my shows, and I said Manchester United cannot win against Forest, you know, because Sean Dyche has a point to prove, right? And he's played 3 games now. He's lost 1, drawn 1, won 1, you know, and he's coming against an inconsistent Liverpool side. I expect Liverpool to win. I expect Liverpool to actually win, but I expect Nottingham Forest to put up a fight. I mean, some of their guys injured are coming back as well. We saw pictures of Ola, you know, in training, even though we don't expect him to be back, you know, and they are beginning to probably believe again under Sean Dyche, because I think the appointment of Ange Postecoglou was a terrible choice. You know, it was born out of sentiment rather than, you know, critical analysis. You know, so Sean Dyche, on the other hand, is, I mean, a man that knows how to grind out the results, you know, and he might give.
Yeah, you were saying he might do what?
I said he might. Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah,
I can.
Okay, I think. Okay, yeah. So I said he might give Liverpool a fight, but I expect Liverpool to take it.
Unfortunately, Sabigyal has just dropped off again. I wanted to actually ask for predictions. Let's start with predictions for the rivals, Newcastle and Manchester City. What's your score predictions?
2-1 Newcastle.
I think that game is going to end in a draw. I'm sticking with 2-2.
Okay.
That's what I think. And for me, Liverpool will beat Forest by 3-1. What's your own prediction for that game?
2-1 as well. 2-1 Liverpool Forest. 2-1. 2-1, 2-2 Liverpool Forest.
Okay. How about the North London Derby, which is, of course, what we've been discussing over the last 1 hour, 30 minutes or thereabouts.
I
What's your
think
score
it's,
prediction for that game?
I think it's a clean sheet for Arsenal. I think it's a 2-0 scoreline. 2-0 Arsenal.
That's the scoreline I actually think would happen. I think we'll score in the first half and drag it on till maybe the 79th minute or thereabout before we score the winner. Hopefully that will be the case. So I do know it's been a pleasure.
Always a
Thank
pleasure.
you very much. Just to let the over 60 of you who are live, on YouTube and Twitter right now, that I'm going to be here on Sunday immediately after the game. I'm going to be live here to do the match reactions on the Niger Guna pod. That game is coming up 5 p.m. on Sunday. Is that the game you're running commentary on Super Sports, Sawandinho?
Yeah. The two games on Sunday. I'm on the two games on Sunday. Yeah.
Okay, guys, please, just for those of you who do not know, the voice behind Pigeon commentary on Super Sports, that's who you are seeing right here on the screens. MVP Sawandinho, giving us, of course, all of his thoughts about the North London Derby, which comes up at 5 p.m. And then, of course, like I did mention, please subscribe to the channel. It's for Skolo TV on YouTube. YouTube is our main channel where we put out all of these content. We're still doing test transmission. This channel has not officially started. All of this is test transmission, just trying to see what it would look like. So thank you very much to everybody who has been live here watching us over the last 1 hour or 1 hour 30 minutes. Please, once again, go to YouTube, subscribe to the channel. It's Foskolo TV. You can see it on the screen. FOSKOLO TV. Subscribe to the channel because we've got loads of podcasts coming your way. This one is one of them, Niger Guna Pod, where we will discuss everything that has to do with Arsenal. Everything Arsenal. That's what you find on this pod. We have another podcast, which is called Top 4 Plus 1. Top 4 Plus 1. I've just changed the logo now, so you see what exactly I'm saying. Top 4 Plus 1. That's the name of another podcast that we will be having on the show. It will be a podcast that talks about all the big clubs in the Premier League, the big guns in the Premier League: Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester United, Liverpool, and Man City. So that we will be talking about everything that has to do with these four clubs. Myself and four other anchors who support the respective clubs are going to be on that podcast. And then I've got another podcast called Full Time. We'll be discussing everything football, and it's also going to have a return of the sports gang that you guys all love. Myself, Patson, Kalela. I've got two other anchors on the show. We'll be discussing everything that has to do with AFCON, World Cup, international football, Premier League, La Liga, Bundesliga. For as long as it is football, that's what we will have on that podcast called Full Time. But of course, this particular one that we've been discussing today, it's called the Niger Guna Pod. Sabigyal is back. Sabigyal, quickly, just before we wrap up, I was asking for final predictions. What do you think will be the final prediction, or the score prediction, I should say, for the North London Derby? Who's going to win that game, and what will be the scores?
Um, um, if I say this, they will feel like, oh, she's not sporty enough. But I feel like it's going to be an Arsenal win, maybe a
Yeah.
2-1 win for Arsenal.
Yeah.
What are you? Is he want to talk through no good? Is he want to talk through no good?
Oh, no, I see your pain. Try.
I'm not in pain. I'm not in pain. Don't worry.
Mm. Oh,
I'm not in
Okay,
pain.
so we also looked at the Newcastle Man City. What will be your score prediction?
I'm going for a 3-1 win for Man City.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about Liverpool and Nottingham Forest?
Ooh, that game, Liverpool Nottingham Forest. I feel like is a 1-1 draw.
A draw.
Yes,
You
because
see what I'm telling you. You see, let me hear you.
Okay.
Liverpool haven't. For me, Liverpool have not been in their best performance for a couple of games now, and I don't know if they have gotten it right where they are having the issues. Are they have defensive woes and all that. I don't know if they have gotten it right. So Nottingham Forest with a new coach that is still, trying to bring the team out will be more. I feel like will be more aggressive. Will put their best foot forward than Liverpool. So that's just how I feel. So I feel like it will be a draw game for me.
Okay, Shagun on Twitter is saying is bigging us up. He says you guys rock. Thank you very much, Shagun, and thank you to everyone who sent in comments on the pod. Silva did give us a few comments. Silva, thank you very much. We also had Okpeyemi Musa, and of course we did have footballer, former Warri Wolves, former 3SC, former Sand Eagles player Abu Azeez joined us earlier on the podcast. And who else? Who else? Silvanus. Yes, he did start. He did actually start the show with us. Thank you very much, Silvanus, and to everybody who has put in a comment today on the podcast. We appreciate it. Once again, this is for Skolo TV. Please subscribe to the channel on YouTube because there are loads and loads of football comments and football conversations coming on this channel. I'll be back again on Sunday from 7 p.m. Just after the game to give you the match reactions on the Niger Gunner pod for the Arsenal and Tottenham game. Maybe I'll have Sabigyal join us so that by the time we don't knock there like 3-0,
Exactly. Just let her just join and just give a vote of thanks.
I should just give a
Oh
vote of thanks.
wow, wow, really, really. Okay, let's see how it goes then.
All right, guys. All right, people. Take care. The stream will be ending here now. I'll see you guys on Sunday evening by 7 p.m.
All right, guys. Love you. Bye. Sabi girl.
Bye,
Love you.
girls. Mwah.